gotten around yet. It is important, because I don't think we should minimize the extraordinary struggles, sacrifices, and successes of any of our ancestors, black or white. So this is not to criticize past generations. It is simply to say that we have a job to do now. And that is to address a piece that has never been fundamentally addressed, that would have been addressed, I think, if Abraham Lincoln had left, and that has to do with economic restitution. What has happened is that the gap in economic opportunity between blacks and whites at the end of the Civil War was a trajectory that has never been interrupted, even has been proactively exacerbated because of so many places in this country where black wealth began to accrue, and then certain localities, communities, cities, and states would actually thwart those efforts. So in many ways, we're actually moving backwards. Mass incarceration means we're sliding backwards. Racial disparity in criminal sentencing means we're sliding backwards. All of these voter suppression efforts means we're sliding backwards. Since World War II, Germany has paid $89 billion in reparations to Jewish organizations. It doesn't mean the Holocaust didn't happen, but it has gone far toward establishing reconciliation between Germany and the Jews of Germany and the rest of Europe. In 1988, Ronald Reagan signed the American Civil Liberties Act, by which every surviving prisoner from the Japanese internment camps in World War II were paid between $20,000 and $22,000. My point here is that by the middle of the 20th century, reparations was no fringe idea. It was just simply considered a debt to be paid. And that is why I believe we need to take a fundamental action. This is a large part of what I'm submitting to you. Incremental actions are not enough. Even race-based policies are not enough, because race-based policies leave open the question whose fault it is. The reason I want reparations for slavery is because it carries moral force. It is an acknowledgement of a debt to be paid. It will not mean that slavery, it didn't happen, but I'll tell you something, and for the young among us, I think this is particularly significant. When you visit Germany today, there is a distinct difference between the energy in the air among German youth today and German youth 25 years ago. 25 years ago, the toxicity, the guilt of the Holocaust was still being carried. It was in the ethers. You can tell that because generations of Germans have done the right thing. You don't get the sense that young Germans are carrying that guilt from the Holocaust like they used to, because of generations before them that did the right thing. We, however, that war was over in 1945. Our Civil War was over in 1865. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. It will be a great gift to all of you who are young, and to your children, and to your children's children. Let's do this. Let's pay reparations.